The Nets triple threat will be taking another shot at the Cleveland Cavaliers after Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden combined for 96 points in their debut double overtime loss in Cleveland this past Wednesday. Now, Durant will sit out tonight for rest. He played 50 minutes on Wednesday. Kyrie and Harden are both expected to play, but I think that brings up a good question about depth, and they still have 3 roster spots, Woj, after the Harden trade. How do the Nets want to move forward in filling out the rest of their roster?
Maria, I'm told the Nets started to fill one of those roster spots today. Big man Norvel Pelle is going to sign with the Nets once he clears protocol, pass his coronavirus test over the next few days. But Sean Marks, the Nets GM, he's out there in the marketplace trying to find size and trying to find defense. And they have a couple roster spots. Doesn't have to fill them right away, Maria. But this team knows it has to get better defensively. And you're going to see that reflected in the kind of players that either by trade or free agency or buyouts, players who may be available out there between now and, past the trade deadline. I think that's going to be Sean Marks' focus.
Yeah, well, you just saw Colin Sexton. He put up 42 points, and you saw him in the highlights, so obviously defense is a big part of this. But Jay, Will, one comment and thing that we talked about last week was who was going to be leading this offense. We saw James Harden had the most touches. He was probably the most ball dominant. We saw Kyrie playing off the ball. Is that the way you envision this offense moving forward? Is that the process that they should have this season?
Yes, 1,000,000%, Maria. I love the ball in the hands of James Harden, his ability to facilitate. He makes the game easy for everybody else. I think actually we're going to see him change the nature of how people look at James Harden with his playmaking ability. And I think Steve Nash has to continue to tweak these lineups. I like when Kyrie Irving starts, but I also would like for him to come out early in the first quarter, and I would like to have those minutes staggered in the second unit. I think Kyrie Irving can be a dangerous utilization in the second unit, and that actually kind of helps with the balance of how you play KD, James Harden, and Kyrie, because you always want to have one or two of those guys in the game at the same time, and then when it comes down to closing time, you have all 3.
You can see the touch breakdown there. James Harden leading the way with 108. Jalen, when you look at the big 3, we're going to call them the Brooklyn triple threat. What did you think your biggest takeaway was from seeing them all together on Wednesday?
That they're definitely winning the Eastern Conference, and that Kevin Durant, coming back from an Achilles injury, is playing outstanding basketball. That's going to be a mismatch, as we know, on a nightly basis, regardless of where he plays up front. As Jay Williams just acknowledged, and he's exactly right, James Harden should be the primary playmaker. While we see Kyrie as somebody that we want to get 10 assists, we have to respect the fact that, like Steph Curry, like Dame Lillard, these guys can put up big points, and now Kyrie's going to be in a position to try to do so.
Look, the deal is they're must-see TV. I hope you have your league pass. I hope you turn on and watch Brooklyn every single time they get on the court, because it was fun to watch them play the Cavs on Wednesday.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.